Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you are welcome. So I'm so excited that you clicked that button. So my name is Abigail and this is AB Love Lifetime TV. So today I will doing this sit down video talking about what I saw on YouTube about Wode Maya, one of our big famous YouTuber, a Ghanaian YouTuber. I guess a lot of you know him, and what he passed through at the border, and the reaction from people when he puts the video. And I just want to talk about my experience, what I and my family went through at the border and how we navigated it, and see that when we talk about these things, people are not trying to bring down Africa, but rather we are trying to bring out the best, to talk about it, so that if peradventure any of the authorities get to see this video someday, they will work on those things at the border and will become better. But what are we looking for? We want Africa to be great. We want Africa to be better. We want people to come to Africa, so this is what I'm going to be presenting to you today. And if you feel that you're interested in hearing what I passed through, I and my family passed through in the border, so you can keep watching. And don't forget to subscribe, like my video, and share your thoughts in the comment section. So guys, a long time ago, I think, okay, first of all, I studied French language in the university, and so that means we have to go to French village in Badagry, that is in Lagos Badagry. And so when we were in French village, a lot of us had the opportunity to cross the border to Cotonou, because sometimes we also have some things to do there, maybe excursion in the school and all that. And so anytime we pass through Cotonou alone, maybe as student, there's always a lot of problem that we pass through. How the immigration officers or whoever they are there, how they harass us, even as students. We are crossing not even with vehicles, we cross with our leg, or sometimes we take a bike to cross the border. A lot of ways they harass us as students. They ask us to bring money, and most of the time, if especially when you are not wearing your ID card as a student, you will be harassed and all that. But luckily for us, those days we have to carry our ID card. I was in my 300 level then, and we have to go to studies, like a 1-year course abroad that we go, because I was studying French. So we went to Nigerian French village. So we also go to Benin Republic, which is Cotonou, often, sometimes to buy some things, sometimes to just do some research, to do some things there. And we cross the border often, and a lot of times I've been harassed at the border. A lot of times, I can't even describe it. Even with my friends, sometimes we've been harassed at the border, maybe immigration officer and different, I don't even know, sometimes you don't even know what the different people are doing. We've been harassed to collect money. Even maybe we bought some little jewelry. They will ask, what are you using it for? For my personal things. But they were like, okay, you have to bring money, and so many other things that we passed through at the border. So that's just a little things about it. That was I think this was around 2007, I guess. Yes. So fast forward to 2014. So I think 2014, yes, because then I was already married. I think I married in 2008. So in 2014, yes, if I'm not mistaken, yes, 2014, I and my family, we crossed the border to Benin Republic. That year we just went there for some time. And when we were crossing the border, we passed through a lot of stress. I think in that border they have up to, like, I don't know how many, up to, like, let me not exaggerate, let me just say up to like 8 to 10 checkpoints that we have to pass through. I wish I have videos or maybe pictures to show for you, but that time I don't take pictures like that, and I did not know about YouTube, you understand. So I have not started my YouTube then, I've not started doing videos then, but I just want to talk about it. Then I had 2 kids. One was about almost 5 years old, and the other one was just not up to 2 years old. And also I was pregnant. So we had our luggage we chartered a taxi, and we have all our luggage there. Luggage is in the taxi. And there's this particular place where they head us, from the beginning to the end. But this particular place, from the beginning to the end, we are always stopping us to ask for money. But my husband is the kind of person that will not give bribe to anybody. He doesn't give bribe. Even at the airport, he doesn't give bribe. So in this particular place where we got to, the other place, they were allowing us go after some minutes, after some maybe 30 minutes and all that, 15 minutes. In this particular place where we got there, I can't really remember what the name of the place is, whatever. It took all our passports, and they were asking for money, and my husband said, no, I cannot give you anything. You see, I have children, my wife is pregnant, we are African, we have the right to pass the border and all. We were kept there in that place for more than 3 hours. More than 3 hours. At a point, we have to beg them. We pleaded with them. We did so much. Even the driver that was carrying us, we talked to them, we pleaded with them, and so many things. They did not respond. These guys did not budge. And one thing I've noticed about this, our Francophone brothers at the border, they sometimes their heart is very conk, They don't even want to listen. They don't even want to listen. You get to talk, and a lot of things happen. And that day, people were passing us. We saw them harassing a lot of people. People were giving them money, but my husband refused to give them money. He said, because it doesn't make sense. We as Africans, we have the right to cross. And I remember that time, we were just coming from Cape Verde. I think we went to Cape Verde in 2023. No, in 2013. Okay, so we stayed a while in Cape Verde, and we decided to come back to Nigeria. When we got to Nigeria, my husband just said, let's go to Benin Republic to do some stuff. So that's how we crossed the border. So imagine going to Cape Verde without problem. We passed through Senegal and all in that year, 2023, going to 2013 rather, 2013, then coming back January, yes, I remember, January 2014, when we were coming back, is when we passed through this encounter, when we had this encounter in Benin, between Nigeria border and going to Benin. And we passed through this stress, especially in the Francophone country, and it was really very bad. It was very stressful. Imagine me, I was pregnant. I was about I don't know if it's 6 months pregnant, and my husband talked to them. My wife is pregnant. A lot of things, a lot of the stress was too much. It was always becoming fights, and a lot of things. I think God just intervened for us that day. After about 3 hours, 30 minutes or so, somebody came, and later they just gave us our passport and said we should carry our wallet and go and all that. So that was how we escaped that border. Both going and coming, we experienced the same thing. So even when we were coming back, it was so stressful. It was so stressful that I was so scared of passing through that border, because when you remember the experience, then we did not have any choice but to pass the border, and we had similar experiences, and a lot of people have that kind of experience. I've been having that kind of experience. So now my question: why, as a West African country, we are neighboring countries? Why do we have to pay you? Why do you have to harass us just to cross the border? Why do we have to pass so many checkpoints? So many checkpoints. A journey that will take you just few minutes or few hours, you have to spend a lot of time there, and even waste your time, energy, and some people that cannot stand the stress, they have to pay, and even some people that pay, they still pass through the stress. So what are we saying here? What am I saying is that we have gone through that stress a lot of times in that border. Not even that, I think there was one time I followed some group of people. We went to Togo. I know the kind of stress that we also pass through in that border. So what are we saying? It's not only maybe Wodimaya that is passing through, that have passed through that. A lot of people have passed through it. And if Wodimaya have the guts, or have the let me say, the platform to be able to air it out, to talk about what is happening in Africa, in our borders, I think we should talk about it. And that is not bringing Africa down. No, it's not bringing Africa down, but rather we are just saying these things so that people will see people, the authorities will see, and thereafter look at these things and see how best we can handle issues, and let us be able to travel freely. Recently, okay, let me say recently, in 2020 during the COVID season, I had to I used to stay in Cape Verde, okay. So I have to travel back from Cape Verde, and that time my international passport was expired. So they have to, I could not do it because of so many things that was going on. So I was issued an ECOWAS passport. So from Cape Verde, I have to pass through Senegal. I was going to Togo. Togo was my last point, because I was going to meet my family there at that time. Okay, so when I go to Togo Airport, at the immigration, I was holding the blue ECOWAS passport. Okay, I was holding blue ECOWAS passport. At the immigration, I had free. I was able to enter. So I had problem when I got to the place where we have to put in. Okay, guys. So I have to stop this video to go and get this passport so I can show you. So I was holding this ECOWAS passport. I was carrying this ECOWAS passport then. Okay, so I was carrying this ECOWAS passport. I was going to enter into Togo. All right, what happened was that the immigration officer had already let me in, so I've already been stamped entry to be able to enter the country. So after I entered, we have to do all the COVID formalities. They have to do my COVID test, swab my nose and all that. We have to do all those formalities. After the formalities and everything, they gave me my SIM card. After the SIM card, I think yeah, we gave my SIM card and they have all my details. We've already paid for the COVID test. Proud to that's before getting to Togo. I've already done all that. So just at the point where I was supposed to just enter, they have the scanning machine there and some immigration officials there that we check, and the scanning machine will just check your luggage to see, if you have anything whatsoever there, and just to check anyway. So at that point, when I got there, everybody was passing, but immediately they asked me to come. When I got there, the officer asked to see my passport. Then I brought out my ECOWAS passport, this passport, and I gave it to him. And it just immediately changed his face and was like, "Why are you carrying an ECOWAS passport? Why are you like?" I just kept quiet, so I became I became mute. I didn't know what to say. "Why are you carrying an ECOWAS passport?" And he started talking, and he was just complaining that just saying like people come here and do lots of evil with ECOWAS passport. I was just looking at this man. I don't know what he was talking about. He was speaking French. He was talking, and I told him I don't understand French. Of course, I do understand French, but I said I don't understand French, so that he can say, "Okay, so you are English. Where are you from?" "I'm from Nigeria." I said, "I'm from Nigeria." He was just like, "Oh, Nigeria." He was just talking, and so immediately he said, "They are going to search me." I said, "Okay, no problem." So at that point, I had two bags. Two bags. I was carrying two bags. One was like the other two black luggage. The other one was just a box, and the other normal cloth box. Then I had this other luggage that I was carrying tables and chairs. Okay, tables and chairs from Cape Verde, because in Cape Verde we used to have our school. So when I was going to Togo, I just carried our school chairs, because my husband asked me to bring them. So I just carried some of our school chairs and some of the chairs, some of the tables. So it was wrapped in one place, and they asked me, "Why am I carrying it?" I told them the reason, and they said, "Okay, but they have to check everything that I'm carrying." So you can't believe it, that these guys, oh my God, that was one of the most stressful days of my life, guys. These guys actually searched every single thing I was carrying, up to my undies. I have always wanted to talk about this, and I thank God for this opportunity to talk about it. Up to my undies, my cream, my deodorant in the box. They took something, whatever they are using to swipe it. I don't know what it's called. I don't whether they were checking for drugs or something. The slippers under my shoes, the clothes I was carrying, they would just take the stuff and wipe it. They checked everything. At some point I became scared, and I asked them to wait, because it's like they wanted to be checking my two bags together, and I said no, because I know I've heard about people that immigration can sneak in, some stuff into their bag, and I was trying to be very careful because I didn't know what to do. So I said, okay, you can search me, but as you're searching, you're going to search one after the other. I can't just allow you set my two, so I'll be distracted. So I made sure all my bags were in my front. The two female officers that were checking and some other men just gathered. They were just immigration officers, men. They were gathered around me. They were in my front and some by my side. So I was just checking, making sure that I was safe and praying to God. God, please help me. God, please. I was so scared that day that I can't even explain how scared I was. I was so scared, and like, what is going on? Why do these people have to treat me like this? Because I'm carrying an ECOWAS passport, you guys. Because I'm carrying an ECOWAS passport. So they searched every single thing that I was carrying. The gifts I was carrying for my children, the Christmas lights, because I think I traveled in November, so I carried Christmas light from Cape Verde, the Christmas light, children's gifts, even some snacks. I carried, because I'm a baker also, I have some icing sugar that I've carried, some coloring and all that. They checked every single thing. Then for the chairs I was carrying, they were checking everything. They opened imagine what I have wrapped. And I passed Cape Verde, because I was coming from Boa Vista in Cape Verde. So I passed Cape Verde Airport, Boa Vista Airport, prior airports in Cape Verde. I went to Senegal. I passed the airport. I did not have that problem. But when I through Cape Verde airports, all the two airports I passed through in Cape Verde and Senegal airports, I didn't have that problem. In teen, I got to Togo, and this was a very, very bad experience for me. It was a very traumatic experience for me. In short, when they were searching through my things, I had to just keep praying to God to help me and all that, because I was scared. I didn't know what these guys were looking for, but I knew that I just have to try and protect my things, and try to be very vigilant and be watchful. So I have to put my eyes on them. And because, like I said before, some people, the two women that were checking my things, they were just there, they were checking my chains, trying to check for whatever, using something to swipe all my belongings, both my underwears and everything, my cream, my footwear, every single thing I had. These guys checked everything, all my luggage. So I don't know if it's a crime for us to carry our ECOWAS passport. I don't know if it's a crime for us to hold our ECOWAS passport. I think that the ECOWAS passport should be stronger than our international passport. That's what I feel. So I don't know why we treat ourselves like this in Africa. I think this is something that the authorities need to look at. Our governments, the in different countries, they need to look at it in West Africa and come together and let us use one voice, so that we can travel at any time and we can travel freely without any problem. Okay, guys, this is it for today. I don't want to make this video too long. So I'll just encourage us that you should not, when we hear things like this, we should not think that, oh, this person is trying to paint Africa bad. No, it's the reality of things. It is what is going on, okay? People like Wodi Maya and some other people that have passed through things like this, they have to speak up, so that if our leaders happen to ever listen or hear or watch these videos, they will be able to see how they can put things together, and things will become better for all of us in Africa. Thank you so much for clicking. If you like this video, if you have learned one or two things, if you understand anything at all that I've said today, I just wanted to give us a thumbs up. Also, put down your thoughts in the comment section, and also do not forget to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much. Mwah.